Are you having problems with your child's behavior, or is it getting worse? And are you like, oh my God, what am I going to do? If you've answered yes to both of them or even one, you might want to stick around just a little bit longer. Not going to be too long. Okay. So I am a parent coach, behavior therapist, and mental health and addiction counselor. So the first thing, we're going to go right into it. First thing is, you talk too much. Parents tend to talk too much, meaning they repeat themselves excessively. So whenever you give a child a command, or you're making a request of them, you want to ensure that you're not repeating the request multiple times, because over time they're going to associate the fact that you repeat yourself constantly with you not being serious. And think of it as an adult. Let's think about it. So if someone keeps promising you they're going to do something, or they keep threatening you and they never do it, then eventually you take them for a joke. So it's the same thing with children. They're going to take you for a joke and they're just not going to do what you're asking them to do. Okay, so you want to ensure that they are following through with whatever request you need to prompt them to do, whatever it is. Okay, especially if you're dealing with defiance, speak once, follow through. The other thing is consistency with discipline. So two things surrounding this. Whenever a child does something, some parents have a tendency to kind of delay discipline. You don't want to delay, because kids forget. And what you want to do is to have them make associations with their actions and the consequences that you've implemented. Okay, so whether it's, I don't know, 5 minutes timeout, or removing the iPad for X amount of time, whatever type of consequence you use, it should be, if we're possible, it should be immediate. The next one is having consequence stay. So some parents will, give a child a consequence, but then they remove this. They'll say, I'm giving you 5 minutes timeout. But then 2 minutes in, they're like, okay, come. Or the child strays, into your presence, and you're like, okay, come. You're pacifying. Okay, you're reinforcing that it's okay for them to keep doing whatever. With consequences, you want to ensure that they stay, so that they know you're serious. When something happens, you're serious. Okay, you want them to make those associations. In the real world, consequences stay, and the goal for changing any behavior is to shape your kid for the future and for reality. All right. The last thing is tone of voice. Now, your child should be able to distinguish when you're angry, when you're sad, when you're happy, at least the basic emotions, okay? Now, some parents, there's a tendency to use one voice. So it's either overly pacifying and soft, oh, Johnny, for everything. Or some parents tend to lean more towards shouting, which is, why'd you do that? Okay. Either way, you want to strike a balance. You want to strike a balance, which is in the middle. So let's say, for instance, a child does something that's undesired. You're not going to use a pacifying voice, because that reinforces that they should continue to do it. Okay. So a sweet, loving, Johnny, why'd you break the TV? No. Okay, Johnny, why did you break the TV? Johnny needs to know and understand that it's not okay to break the TV. And no, you don't have to shout at them, Johnny, why'd you break the TV? No, that's not necessary. A firm tone with emphasis on your words will suffice, but they should be able to distinguish. Okay, so don't pacify, all right? And don't shout. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and see you soon.